chosen ones, empaths, I'm not saying that the narcissistic discard doesn't hurt. I'm not saying that it doesn't feel as real as anything, and it can almost feel like you're in another world through the pain you're going through. Like, you may have dealt with your fair share of abuse through the relationship, but still you was in that bubble, you know, and when the bubble pops and you're discarded and you see them move on, you're hurting, you're in pain, you know, it really can take its toll on you. And I'm not disputing that, right? But what I want to bring to your attention is the reason for discard. You see, what I believe one of the fundamental reasons why a narcissist discards is to obtain more supply from you. Is to give you that kickstart. Is to give you that boost. It's basically like, for the narcissist, it's like traveling the intravenous route, you know, straight to the vein for the narcissist when they put us through this, because we can become desperate, we can become not needy, but this is the way the narcissist will paint it. Like we're desperate, like we're needy, like we're begging for them. They can make us like that, right? But this is the reason why they've done this to you. I believe there's something called a conversion of a supply. It's when they convert you or demote you from a primary target to someone who's on the exterior wall. They want to do this to you. They want to put you through this process. They want to see you go through the pain. They want to see you go through the hurt. So if we know this, we know that we're dealing with something. This is not a breakup, right? A breakup between two people. Someone's might check out of the relationship. They might feel they don't want to be in a relationship anymore. And that can be hurtful to be on the receiving end, that you're with someone that doesn't want to be with you anymore. That can be hurtful, and you'll go through your fair share of drama and pain through that as well. But when you're dealing with the narcissist now, the narcissist isn't doing this because they don't want to be with you. The narcissist is doing this because they want to hurt you. They want to hurt you more than they do want to be with you. And they feel like it's more of an impact for them to hurt you than to be with you. That's what's happening now. They feel like hurting you is a better pleasure for them. So they want to throw you out there. They think you'll be lost. They think you'll be distraught. And yes, I'm not disputing that you do go through pain. You do go through pain. But I'm telling you, with this pain, it actually makes you so much stronger. You know, because especially if you educate yourself on what you're dealing with, you understand that you're dealing with someone that is very sadistic. They like to cause pain. They like to cause hurt. And this is why you're on the receiving end of this abuse. Because this person is aiming to hurt you. They haven't checked out of the relationship. They haven't even unbonded with you. They've just created a whole heap of chaos and a whole heap of drama to satisfy their needs. Right? All of the stuff you heard, all of the theatrics, the stuff why they said they didn't want to be with you, all of the crazy, right? All of it's a lot of rubbish. Don't believe any of it. When you're dealing with a narcissist, I always say, not a pinch of salt. You got to take a whole bucket of salt with every statement you hear from the narcissist. Every word uttered, you got to take a whole bucket of salt with that, because this narcissist is very deceptive. They lie compulsively about the most meaningless, even circumstances. You know, things that you would think, why would you lie about that? Like, it makes no sense. This is what they do. And our mistake is at the end of the relationship, because we haven't fully awakened to the abuse, not fully like you may be now. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help your brother out. It will take 2 seconds of your time. Thank you. Then we start taking those words literally, you know? We stop leaving them. We stop believing them. Like, oh, this person is telling the truth about me. And then we're getting hurt by what they said. Nah, you need to flip this around. You need to say that I know you're a liar. You're actually, for whatever reason, you're causing this relationship to end, narcissist, and you're discarding me. I actually know the real reason you're doing this, and the real reason you're doing this is because you want to hurt me. It's because you want to put me through pain. It's because you want to invoke supply from me. You want to make me give you more supply. And oh God, it works, doesn't it? Oh God, it works. They get us chasing them. You know, maybe you didn't. Some of you will mention in the comment section how when the narcissist discarded you, you cut it off completely. And you know what? Applause goes to you for you that done that. But I fell into the trap. I didn't know I was dealing with a narcissist. I fell into the trap. I pursued. I chased. I made dreadful mistakes. All of it has worked out for my betterment. It's all worked out for the better. It's all worked out to work out in my favor. And I don't mind how it played out now, but it's taken me some time to actually analyze the whole situation and understand that it's actually happened for the better. But the narcissist is completely phony. This whole discard is completely phony. From whatever reason they told you it is, it's not about that. This narcissist as well, which I haven't mentioned, may have done this from the injuries you inflicted on them. And I believe this was the reason why mine happened as well. As well as they wanted to hurt me. But I feel like it was a retaliation of the injuries I must have inflicted in them. The injuries I inflicted in them caused them to act in this chaotic manner. It wound them up. You know, you don't understand how much we hurt a narcissist with our injuries. And I'm telling you, we did give them some fair share of injuries during when we was with them. Some of them for the most bizarre reasons. If you heard it out of the horse's mouth, if you really heard it, you were like, this is crazy. And they're really actually getting hurt over there. Like, seriously, these are fragile individuals. They are very fragile. And there's nothing wrong with fragility, if that's the right word. There's nothing wrong with being fragile. There's nothing wrong. But these lot act like they're the toughest thing ever. These lot act like, you know what I'm saying? But they got a fragile sense of self, real fragile. And they get hurt for the craziest stuff, you know? Like, there's some weird things they get hurt off. Like, it might be that you spoke to someone else at an event for too long. And I'm not saying you're talking to the opposite sex now or anything like that. You might have been talking to your nan. You know what I'm saying? You might have been talking to your granddad. Or your auntie or your uncle. And they'll actually get an injury off you talking to one of your family members, you know. And showing them less attention. Or not. I don't know. You see someone in the street. You say hello to them because you know them. And you don't introduce the narcissist to them. You don't say, hi, this is my partner, the narcissist. Like, I know I'm joking. You don't say like, oh, this is my partner. And like, you just say hello quickly, like just in passing, you know, in the street when you just say hello. I'm just using an example. It just come off the top of the head. I'm just using an example, but I'm just saying something like that's going to hurt the narcissist severely. Right. And I want to tell you, they got a whole library full of things that you done, and they remember the details very, very, very well. They remember the details of how you hurt them. They do remember the details. But it is what it is, right? I just don't want you to don't worry about nothing. I'm telling you, this narcissist, if this is fresh for you, if this is fresh now, you know, you've just been discarded. I'm telling you, you're very fortunate to be coming across knowledge to help you. Some of this might go over your head, but it's going to help you, you know. Or some of you that have even been out of it for longer, you know, this might bring you some clarity, understanding what the true nature of the narcissist is, because you've got to understand, when we talk about previous suppliers and stuff, right? Do these previous suppliers know that they were dealing with a narcissist? You know what I'm saying? The previous suppliers may not know that they're dealing with a narcissist, you know? And they may never have awakened to the fact. So if you know you've awakened to the narcissist, then you're in a totally different sector, you know. For the narcissist now, even if you haven't told them, you know, when you finally check out and you say, you know, I'm done with you, I'm not chasing, you know, and you awaken to the narcissist and you start saying, all right, this person, they wanted to hurt me. This person wanted to do me wrong. That's what this was about. This was about nothing else other than pain. They wanted to inflict pain. They wanted to torment you. They wanted to hurt you. They wanted to break your heart. You know what I'm saying? That's what they wanted to do. When you understand that, you know, your reactions are going to be different. So if you got hoovers, say, the narcissist is checking your temperament with a hoover. They're checking the way you respond, the way you react. They're running analysis on you. And when you're not playing into their hands and doing and acting how they want you to act, right? This makes them aware that you're functioning different. Whereas if they on a given day start hoovering one of their previous suppliers, but the previous supplier's not awakened to abuse, misses the narcissist, hasn't healed, hasn't done the healing journey, hasn't done all of that, they might give in, right? And this is what makes you more appealing, you know. This makes you more appealing to the narcissist because you've actually woke up. They're scared, they want to avoid you, but it's more of a challenge for the narcissist because you've woken up. So count yourself very fortunate for you waking up to what you're exactly dealing with, because their suppliers now or their previous suppliers may never wake up. And so many people never wake up to the fact that they were actually abused by a narcissist. So many people never wake up to it. They exit the relationship and they think it's just a breakup. It's not a breakup. You were dealing with a weirdo, a dusty weirdo. You were dealing with someone who is seriously deranged. You know what I'm saying? And this seriously deranged person aimed to hurt you when they discarded you. That is the ultimate objective of the narcissist. They wanted revenge. They wanted to hurt you. They wanted to cause you pain. They believed this would invoke new amounts of supply source from you. And yeah, maybe they caught us off guard, and they did for a while. But at least now, at least if after this video, or at least soon, you will eventually cut away. You'll break the trauma bond. you'll realize that the narcissist was, yeah, they were throwing hints of devaluation, they were throwing hints of love bomb, they were throwing hints of manipulation, hints of gaslighting, and they were conjuring this all up and dealing with you in this way, especially towards the end anyway. This person was trying to cause you pain in the relationship and out of the relationship. They were trying to cause you pain. You know, this is what you're dealing with, right? So just understand this whole discard thing is phony. It's bullshit. It's just don't believe the discard. You know what I'm saying? They're not serious. And even if they was momentarily serious, they begin to backtrack on their actions. Always. They're very indecisive. They backtrack on their ways always. And they regret. A self-absorbed regret, but a regret at that. They regret. And you hear me talk about that in my other videos. You know, the narcissist does regret missing out with you after they go. They go through that whole process, the re-idolization. They go through this whole process anyway. So you got to understand they're just phony. From the discard to wherever they are now, the whole thing's completely phony. You know what I'm saying? So don't worry about none of it. Be selfish now. Treat yourself how you would treat a guest. Look after yourself. Try. This stuff I try to tell myself too. And I know we can be lazy at times and stuff like that. Like, you know, I try to tell myself this too. Like, you know, even though I've been out of it for a long time, I still, you know, I believe the healing journey is forever. We have been victims of abuse. I'm not saying I'm trying to make it daunting and scary now that you're going to be healing forever. But I'm trying to say that naturally we're being contorted in another direction of our development, you know, because of what we went through. We're not carrying on in the same formation that we was once carrying ourselves out in when we was with the narcissist. We're traveling in another direction now of healing and understanding the abuse and bettering ourselves and understanding that there's not so much importance with the narcissist. It's not that important. What we had with the narcissist wasn't that important. It wasn't. It was meaningless. You know, I know we might have wasted years on this person, but you just got to say, like, when I mean it's meaningless, it's not meaningless, but I mean it's meaningless in terms of a loving relationship. But the meaning that we actually gain from this is all of the experience and knowledge and the blessings that we get from after being with them, right? And as I said, and as I always say, the moment you door slam, bolt and weld it shut is the moment you have the final discard. You have the final say-so. A narcissist is never done with you. If you haven't had a Hoover yet, you will get a Hoover. You know, you will get some kind of contact, whether it's through social media or some kind of acknowledgement from the narcissist. You will. It's highly likely you will. If you was a potent supply source, you caused a big impact in the life of the narcissist. Even if they think you're healing, right? Even if they think you're healing and you're getting over them, you know, this can cause like a frequency, like a different energy to be orbiting, and this can cause them to feel anxious and worried about you because you are connected spiritually through a demonic soul tie or whatnot. So they do. That's why, you know, when you're preoccupied with thinking about them, that could be because they're preoccupied with thinking about you and they're ruminating about you, which is causing you to ruminate about them. It's things that you are still connected on a spiritual plane, you know, and it's up to us to sever that tie, to cut the trauma bond, you know, sever these ties with them. Spiritual ties, that's what I'm talking about. Sever the spiritual ties of a person too, you know. But just don't worry about it, you know. The whole thing was phony, you know what I'm saying? People that you speak to are going to tell you, all right, you went through a breakup, da da la 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 la. It's not a breakup. You went through something that is a discard. You went through something that is so deranged and bizarre and weird. Like, that's what you went through. It's not just a breakup. People categorize it as, hey, get back out there, meet someone new, it's just a breakup. No, you were dealing with pure manipulation. You were dealing with a narcissist. You know what I'm saying? You were dealing with someone who's so demonic and devilish. That's what you were dealing with, right? This evil exists within inside them. This is what they are, and they wanted to hurt you. So just look forward, take your healing journey seriously, and don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. Just know that you hurt them just as much as they wanted to hurt you. You probably hurt them before, so you can hurt them even more now by never going back to them and by taking your healing journey seriously, treating yourself like a guest, treating yourself well, and looking to ascend, you know? So anyway, thank you for watching today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can find the link in the description box. If you'd like a one-to-one session with myself, you can also find the link in the description box. Currently, I've got a secondary channel, a spiritual channel. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.